So anyway, the old way, I made really more specific this, and this is actually the old way, and it actually still works. And if you go to buy any other courses, even from Estonia or some other countries, some experts, this is how people usually do things. I'm pretty sure like it's 90% the way it's been done last 4 years, and this is how they do things. And first we find the market. Actually, a lot of the teachers don't even speak about markets and the keywords so much that they just speak about products and adding value. But anyway, as we talked in our course before, market research, find a keyword. Secondly, do the product research, see what works on that keyword, and then trying to find out like how can I be in top 1 on that particular keyword. See what works, is there new versions, what can I add, how can I change, how can I build something that can go straight to the top 1. That's basically, and using reviews and using the data on the market, that's basically what we're doing in the product research. Then we're going to create like a solid plan. It's like 1-page document that we can send to Chinese suppliers to get quotes. And the more pictures you put there, the better, because Chinese, whoever has done with Chinese suppliers, they know that, communication can be really difficult. And I know that one guy who has been a sourcing agent for large companies in Europe, I'm talking about like $100 million companies. He said like even Disney one pen has 1 page of requirements. Like one pen has 1 page of requirements for Chinese, because whatever you don't see, they can cut costs. And that's the problem with this old system. If you don't see something ahead, this is their ability to cut costs because you didn't talk about that. And so eventually this plan will get us these quotes, and ideally you will contact 5 to 15 suppliers. Back then when I started, I contacted 30. It's too crazy, you will just overthink everything. And idea here is that after step number 4, you will see that, oh yeah, I still can make profits with my products on the market because I still my opportunity works. And then you're going to start negotiating with suppliers to create a sample for you. And since it's a completely new product, you're doing customization, you're changing materials, maybe you're adding stuff to the product. It takes time to somehow confirm the sample, and it can really take you like up to 60 days to confirm. I remember one of my first products, it was a duffel bag. We went like 6 samples, like literally 6 samples. Every sample had something wrong. No, recreate it. And again, then you start manufacturing, pay 30% in advance. If it's ready, you do inspection. Hopefully inspection passes, then you pay 70%, and then you ask supplier to ship the product to Amazon. And obviously, look at this, guys. This is first 4 steps is you can do it in 14 days for one product if you want to. It depends on your expertise. It can be done in 1 day or 14 days for one product. But the second step here, it takes like 5 to 15K, 1 to 6 months. And obviously, if you pay $5,000 to $15,000 to someone and it takes you 1 to 6 months, you better do that correctly, right? Obviously, you want to do that really well here, right? But the time has shown for us, and I know some other really professional Amazon sellers from Estonia, that Chinese will still try to cut costs from the areas you didn't mention. For us, it was in one example, it was a wood. They didn't use the dry wood enough, so the table, the same puzzle table which I have in the examples, the legs were dried too much during the container, and we lost $10,000 for that. And so yeah, I know one other Amazon seller in Estonia, they had a problem with screws. The supplier didn't put long enough screws to the package, and the reason they didn't do that is because, well, we had stock for shorter screws in our warehouse. We need to get rid of that. Riho probably have heard that story. And yeah, and so you never know. So and that's why like for me, that's where eventually I came to the stop. Let's think here, like what's going on. Like first part takes really little time, second part takes crazy amount of time and second amount of money. And that's where the low risk, low budget method comes in that particular moment. You still need to do the first 4 steps here, right? Because you have to know what's the point releasing a test product if your perfect product that you build cannot make profits. There's no point releasing even a test product if the step number 4 fails in profitability. And by the way, a lot of products fail in step number 4. So that's why we shouldn't overthink it. We just can go through like 1, 2, 3, 4 as quickly as possible, because we're not going to pay that money. And so low risk, low budget method allows us to cut step number 5 into 7 days, maybe $100 max, cut number 6 into 14 days, maybe 100 to 500, so it's around 100 to 500 max, and step number 7 maybe like 100 to 500 max as well. And these are like just example numbers. Obviously it can vary depending on the product and its size and the shipping method, right? But you know, that's where the low risk, low budget method comes in. And obviously what does this step includes and how do you do that? And for some reason, even my employee still has questions about it, and that's the reason I'm gonna start doing these slides like this. So because I was I'm talking about this like every time, but it's still like there's a lot of things people are somehow like don't understand. So we have to do the first 4 steps anyway, because what's the point releasing any test products on Amazon if we cannot make any profits with our end goal, with our perfect product, right? Because the market price has maybe gone down so much. And so you have basically 2 options how to do that, how to do test now products. If your end game has a profit margin and you can see that there is possibility to make profits if you make the perfect product, and then sure, now you have 2 options. One is that supplier agrees to assemble a test batch. Basically what it means is that you're looking at your product keyword on Amazon, and you say like, okay, seems that this guy's is a new version. This guy has built new versions. Let me make a screenshot of that picture and send it to supplier. Ask, do they have exactly that product on the shelves? Do they have anything like exactly that? Maybe they have stock for this product. Does anyone have stock for this product? Can I buy that product from somewhere? Like, I don't want to manufacture anything. I don't want to change anything. I want supplier to give me something that they have in a stock, in a shelf, right? And so then I asked them, okay, so can you add more products? Can you add more items to it? Can you add like maybe this extra item, this extra item? If the product is a gift-related item, can I send you packages from AliExpress? Like, can I send you like a beautiful package design? You can print it out. And again, like supplier, if they agree, it's great, right? So they will assemble your product, and eventually they will ship the products to Amazon. That's most best and easiest way for you to test products. Again, we don't manufacture anything here in the States on the testing phase. We just take whatever is the best on the market. We try to get exactly the same. By the way, if they can do changes, like this first 4, what you did here, if they can do that for the test batch, it's amazing, it's great. Go ahead, do instantly this first 4 steps if they are able to do these changes and give you just less than 50 units, or give you as much units you can afford to spend money to. But if the supplier doesn't agree on that, then you have second option is do it yourself. You literally go and find out where can you buy that product without logos on the product, and then you just buy these products and just buy the package yourself, do your stickers, everything yourself, you assemble it at home, and you ship it to Amazon yourself. That's the second option. Again, no manufacturing is happening, just assembly. And the reason you assemble things is because let me get to that in a minute. But again, like, we're assembling for the test item. And our goal for the test item is not to be the best product, but be the attractive product with something extra. It's like it's like having a best like you know what sells well on the market, so release exactly that product, but add extra items there, maybe make a better package, and all your goal is to just look and feel and seem more attractive. That's it. So anyway, so the first one, supplier does it for you, and the second part is that you do it yourself. And this is where a lot of people may go wrong. They think that this first four, what they do in the first 4 stages, and that this is what they need to release as a test batch as well. A lot of people think that, and it's not. I mean, like this is not a problem. Like this is how we did things all the time. This is how like all professional Amazon sellers are doing. Like they're doing the plan for the stage number 4, and they release exactly the same product as minimum quantity as possible, and that's fine as well. It's fine as well. The question is just about the investment cost. Like if on the stage number 4, your investment cost is already 3, 4, 5,000, and shipping plus 3,000. For a first seller, if you've never done any listings, if you've never sold anything on Amazon, I recommend using the same money and putting on many different test products instead of one. You know, and that's why for a test item, you don't really manufacture anything. You try to assemble things. But obviously, if manufacturer can add these extra elements for you there, it's good. It's good, really good. But the question is like how many units they require for you to buy, right? And so that's why like the low risk, low budget method doesn't really go for all the products, especially bulky products, big products. It doesn't really go. And that's the downside of this low risk, low budget method, is that it doesn't really go for everything, right? But still, you know, now you have the system. And so the perfect product you get quotes for is not the test product, usually, if you can think this way, you know, because your goal is not to be the best. Because, like, for example, if you change the product materials, you add different aspects to it. Actually, let me just.
Yes.
So yeah, so basically, that's the product I talked about, that the wood shrinked for us, and this is the product that was like this. And again, like you see, there's quite a bit of changes to be made based on reviews. But people didn't like is that it's not customizable. So we add picture here. We want this type of legs here, right? We wanted this type of features here, right? And like the thing is that, you know, we can build Ferrari. You know, we can build Ferrari for Amazon, but like I said, supplier can still cut costs in any places, right? And so, and they're doing this usually. So it's still risky. I'm not saying that it's not working, it's still risky. So depending on how much money you can spend, like think about that. Sometimes taking like a product like this is like original product. Like we want to add like these elements, like the legs and this feature, right? Sometimes taking this original product and maybe just adding like a cover to it, or just adding like a puzzle, like 3 puzzles, like 2 puzzles to it, or even just like adding just things, you know, adding things to the. And by the way, we fixed with this product. We fixed with the next batch. The problem was that it took us 9 months to develop this product, and with the next batch, the market price already went down. so time is always against you. So anyway, so let's go back. So yeah, so the perfect product you get quotes for doesn't necessarily need to be the test product. And so this is just your end game. Like let's say if your test product will, can you see the slides? Guys?
Yep.
Okay. So if your test product will go well, then, you know, and by the way, your test product is not the perfect product, right? It's not still, you can do better, right? You can do more development. So if the perfect product is not, if the test product is not, it's still already selling. If you see the test product is already going, then you know that like if you do changes for the product, it can go even further. It can even go more, you know. And so test product may be different.